Tornado nerf might actually be one of the biggest spell nerfs in all of history if what all of the community is saying right now is actually true, because I've seen so many people say that NATO is completely horrible right now. I mean, we're going to put that to the test today, and by the end of today's video, we'll decide whether or not Tornado is actually dead. And we're going to be playing 5 different decks, guys, and after each match, we're going to rate on a scale of 1 to 5 how much the Tornado nerf affected the deck. So, kicking it off here, we have Hog Executioner. This deck is pretty much a quintessential Tornado deck. I noticed that Tornado has gotten quite a bit weaker at certain things like killing swarms, guys, so it doesn't even kill spear goblins anymore, and won't really be very good against this guy's goblin gang. So this actually might be the perfect matchup to test how good Tornado is in. This Hog Rider right here actually might give some pretty good damage. I mean, I feel like the Tornado isn't quite as versatile at countering as many things, but overall it's still going to do a very good job, and it still has a very big pull radius, which I feel like was the main issue for it. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you think Tornado deserves as an actual nerf, if they are going to maybe revert this nerf and do something else. I would say they probably have to nerf the radius just a very little bit, kind of like the arrows potentially, or maybe even a little bit less than that, I'm not sure. Anyways, pretty good start overall. I'll go for my goblins here for the princess. Hopefully that only gets 1 hit and not 2. Okay, perfect. And his tower will waste all of the ammo, so this Hog Rider here is going to probably get some pretty decent value. He actually played it a little bit up high, so only 1 Duchess tower is actually on it. Looks like it still won't get any damage, though, just thanks to the Ice Spirit. I'll get the Executioner going in the back right now, just so that way we can actually get to our Evo and maybe make a pretty nice push. If he does go for a Goblin Gang, guys, I will play my Tornado onto it just to show you guys that it's weaker. Yeah, I'll play it right here, so look. Bro, it literally only takes out half the Spear Goblins. It feels so wrong because I'm so used to it doing the proper amount of damage. Wow, that's on the tower. I did not expect that to reach that far, honestly. Only 1 hit there, but still pretty good. But guys, I will say, there actually are a very select few situations where the new Tornado is actually a little bit better than it used to be. And that situation is mainly just against Graveyard, because against Graveyard, the Tornado will no longer kill the skeletons fully. And what that means is that you can easily activate your King Tower off a Graveyard now with the underleveled Tornado. I mean, like how it used to be with the underleveled Tornado. Like, before, people would purposely keep their NATO underleveled so that way they could get their King up off of the Graveyard. But now you can just do it with a normal level Tornado, which is going to be pretty interesting. Man, what is this Valkyrie doing, man? Executioner does get a nice shot on the tower, though. That was a pretty clean hit, I guess. But, man, these Dark Goblins and everything are kind of bothersome. We do get some nice Goblins here to fully counter the barrel. Looking pretty good overall, but I just feel kind of handicapped with my Tornado right now because I know that I can't really rely on it as much to counter some of his units. This Hog Rider here should be pretty nice. We can actually, I guess, get a NATO off, which will activate his King Tower, but it will allow us to kill the Dark Goblin. I think it was worth it. Oh no, we have to go for a log right here. If he goes in for that barrel, we could probably fully counter it with our Valkyrie if we play it quickly enough, so I have that at the ready. I'm just going to get my Goblins down here. I know he's going to barrel. Yeah, he does go for the barrel. I think that was kind of in the front, so I'm going to Tornado. How much damage will that do to the barrel? Wow, that takes only like a third of... No! Bloody Valkyrie. And also, the NATO did like a third of the health of the Goblins, guys. I heard that a Ice Spirit NATO doesn't even kill minions anymore either, which is kind of concerning, man. Some of these interactions do feel a little bit off here. I feel like this is definitely one of the top matchups where it's really going to be bad with the NATO nerf. This Goblin Gang here shouldn't really do too much. I don't think we have to actually respond to it. I'm probably going to try to get my Executioner down right here. Hopefully stuff goes well. I do want to Rocket Cycle this guy. This guy was BMing me, so if we can win here, guys, that would be pretty nice. Let's see if we can get our King up here. Let's see. You know, to be fair, the King activations might be a bit easier sometimes since the NATO is going to do a bit less damage to stuff. It might actually help in some scenarios because it will just leave the Goblins a little bit more healthy. Beautiful Executioner right there, fully countering the barrel, which is a very nice interaction. I think we actually might win right here, guys. This man may have BM'd me a little bit too early. We get a beautiful log there. Let's start BMing him with that King crying. Also, guys, I have this GG emote, which I absolutely love. Nice, we got him. Let's give the King crying emote. Easy win. To be fair, guys, Tornado was a bit harder in this matchup, but it still kind of worked. The Tornado nerf affects this deck like a 2 out of 5. Guys, it seems like the Tornado nerf won't affect decks like Hog Executioner all that much since it has quite a bit of splash and stuff like that, but now we're playing this Balloon Freeze deck, and I'm pretty interested to see how the Tornado will do because I believe it no longer kills stuff like bats or skeletons, and before the Tornado in this deck would be pretty nice because you could Tornado down bats that were played on your Balloon. Now you can't do that anymore. You could also Tornado plus Freeze to kill stuff like minions. Now that doesn't work anymore. It's kind of crazy that 7 Elixir doesn't kill 3 Elixir minions, but then again, I guess Tornado and Freeze aren't really spells that are meant for damage, necessarily. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go in right here. This guy does have the pump, and I have no way to kill it, so hopefully my push breaks through here. He does have Executioner for no reason, but we do have our freeze at least, which could potentially save us. Yo! His tornado did not do enough damage right there, guys. Maybe with the old tornado it would have countered that balloon. I'm honestly not sure, but would have been close. Very good start. Guys, I am scared right now. He does go for the Elixir Golem in the back, and I don't know what I'm going to do here, to be fair. We're down a lot of Elixir. The one nice thing is that we do have the evolved Electro Dragon, though, guys, and he did waste his Tornado, so he can't really pull this in. You know what? This is really good. Okay, please, do not somehow have a random Lightning. Please, you don't want to have a random Lightning. That would not make sense. He does go for the evolved Executioner, but man, we destroyed that push. That Executioner low-key might just kill everything here. Bro, what? I was just joking. Guys, I was literally just joking. Like, I did not actually think that would kill everything. Balloon might get a hit right here, but we're going to have a massive Elixir disadvantage. Okay, wait, that's going to take the tower. Yo, hold up. Do I just go all in right here? Wait, that was a bad Inferno Dragon, guys. I thought he would give up, to be honest. I could freeze here if he wants me to. If this guy doesn't play anything, I'm just going to... I'm gonna freeze. Is he dead? Smartest Elixir Golem player. Log off. I'll put Tornado affecting this deck at 4 on the scale. I think it's going to make it a lot weaker, a lot harder to kill random pesky swarms. Guys, next up we have Minor Magic Archer. I have seen quite a few people already complain about how this deck is much weaker with the Tornado nerf. I will say one thing though, guys. Apparently I was mistaken, and I believe the Tornado actually does do enough damage now to kill skeletons and bats even after the nerf. So at least we have that, but it's still going to be a lot weaker to kill stuff like, you know, minions, as I've mentioned already, and just a lot of random little things. Even goblins as well, so... Not really sure how this is going to go. I feel like with this type of deck, it used to be really nice to have the Tornado to kind of pull stuff off the Miner and just damage down cheap swarms, but with the nerf, that's not really going to probably work out as well. This guy does have the RG. Okay, it'll be interesting to see how stuff works out here. I know he probably wants to go for a Fisherman to get his king up, so I am going to have my Tornado at the ready to pull that away. Yeah, I knew he would do it. I mean, heck, it doesn't really do much damage to the Fisherman at all. But we still did the job of pulling it away, which is really the main thing that we needed. So I guess I'm fine with that. I mean, yeah, we could just go for a defensive Miner right here on this. And then, am I dead here? Actually, I'm not dead. Wait, hold up, guys. I'm genuinely going to defend right now. I think I'm going to defend okay. I mean, hopefully. Do I need to NATO that? I think I need to NATO that. Oh my gosh, please. Tell me that gets no more hits. With the old NATO, it would have gotten no more hits, I think. Wait, I think the NATO nerf is going to allow that to get one more hit on my tower. No way. Old NATO wouldn't have allowed that. He does play his Hunter all the way in the back. That's kind of a free Magic Archer lineup, guys, but I'm nearly certain that he would try to block it. Do I go for it? No, I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it low. I kind of wanted to go in for it, but I just don't want to risk it in case he predicted it with like a Fisherman or, you know, went in for a Monk or something crazy like that. We could actually maybe force him to play the Monk ability right here, or we can just force out his Fisherman. We'll see what he does. Yeah, he does go for that Fisherman. I knew he'd probably try to do something snarky like that. He's going to have to ability, guys. Yo, pull this back. No! What? That doesn't even kill it? That is actually a joke, guys. Wow, the fact that that did not even kill that Fisherman there is crazy. Wow, that's actually kind of mind-boggling. How did that not kill that? We do get our Stein on the tower. Yeah, that does hit the tower and the Fisherman. Stein is kind of making up for the very weak Tornado, at least, on the bright side. But, man, it's hard to get through here at this point. Hopefully Magic Archer walks up a bit so he can't fireball it and the tower. Oh, he was just barely able to. I guess right here we can just go for our Goblin Stein, guys. We kind of just have to spam the heck out of our Stein in this matchup, and with that we should have a decent chance to do something. We actually do block the Fisherman there. Yo, amazing Tornado lineup right here. Like, you know, it's still getting value with the lineups, at least, on the bright side. But, yeah, the nerf is 100% noticeable. He does set up with the Monk right here, which is not the best ever for us. I'm going to cannon kind of high up, guys, making sure to go for it one tile higher. That way he can't fireball it and the tower that he's going for. This might force out the ability, I believe. Yo, are you going to ability, my guy? Excuse me, where is your ability? What are you doing? I know he wants to probably just RG. Yeah, he does, but we get a nice Stein to kind of block it. Or not. Hello? How did that just, like, move forward 10 tiles? Excuse me? Wow. Pull that back. Oh, my goodness. Yo, don't tell me that gets through. Holy moly, kill that. Okay, that was a nice Evo. Ain't no way I just misplaced that. Pull that back! We do actually target the Evo Hunter first, which might be a good thing there. Guys, this is going to be absolutely down to the wire right here. He does go in for the guards right there as well. Let's just go for our cannon right now, guys. I know he wants to fireball cycle me, so I'm going to have to kill his stuff ASAP right now. I'm just going to go for my Stein right here up high. He might try to fireball it. Yeah, he does go ahead and fireball it. Okay. Get a cannon off to block a fisherman. Yo, he's choking. I think he choked, guys. Yes, I think he choked. Let's NATO here. We take the win in the end. I think the tornado nerf affects this deck maybe like a 3 out of 5. Alright, moving on to deck number 4, probably one of the decks that relies on Tornado the most for its defense, has to be Splashyard. I'm kind of interested to see how it'll do in this deck because, I mean, I feel like you have a lot of splash in this deck, so you don't really need the Tornado that much to kill little swarms and stuff like that, but at the same time, sometimes when you go for stuff like graveyards, you want to have that Tornado just to kill the spear goblins, kill the bats, and stuff like that. It will still kill bats. It does do just barely enough damage to kill bats and skeletons, but yeah, that's really all that it's going to be able to do. It's not going to kill spear goblins or anything like that, so not really too sure how it's going to work here. This guy actually might have a Mega Knight deck by the looks of it, which I don't know how good this will be. I feel like it might be kind of annoying to have to deal with the Dagger Duchess, but on the bright side, yeah, he does have the Mega Knight. On the bright side, though, the Cannoneer Tower is going to probably come in clutch. I think I have to cannon here, too. I feel like I wouldn't have done quite enough DPS without that cannon. That's actually a pretty good defense, I think. Nice, guys, look at that. We can also get our Tornado off here, and it should still do a pretty good job. I feel like in this type of matchup, I don't expect the Tornado to be too much worse. Yeah, we still stopped that push pretty easily. Alright, guys, he does play his Bandit all the way in the back. I think I will just try to go for my Baby Dragon here. Hopefully I don't have to play my Evo Knight, because that is kind of a valuable card that I wouldn't prefer to waste. Oh, he actually went for his Archer Queen there and kind of messed it up a little bit. I think I don't even have to Evo Knight, or should I? No, honestly, I kind of wanted to Evo Knight, guys, but I think it's better not to, just because I know he has the Mega Knight at the ready, and he would probably go for it if I played my Evo Knight. Okay, just play the Mega Knight Evo in the back, guys. This could be a little bit hard to stop. We're going to have to get some great tornadoes down here and just hope that our Evolved Knight can also do some pretty good work as well. We could get a Barbarrel going down this lane, I suppose. I don't know exactly what spells this guy has. Like, I don't know if he has a random lightning or something of that nature. Hopefully he doesn't, though. That's a pretty nice Evo cannon right there. We can also just Tornado. See, guys, when they have heavy units like this, the NATO damage change doesn't really affect anything, but sometimes it can change stuff. We can't really even go in for our graveyards right now very much at all, I feel like. Oh, he does have the Goblin Gang. Okay, that is going to be kind of bad for our Tornado to have to try to deal with, but that's mostly it, though, in this matchup by the looks of it. At least this Mega Knight is not evolved, so it's not going to be maybe as big of an issue. The Inferno Dragon is pretty annoying in this matchup too, though, I will say, because it just really counters the Baby Dragon so easily. I feel like it just DPSs it down. This guy does have poison too, man. This will be a hard matchup for sure. Oh man, kill that Mega Knight. Okay, we do kill the Mega Knight at least. We can just get our Knight going here up high. And I think I am just going to Graveyard, guys. I mean, we have to be aggressive at this point. If we don't get damage here, we're kind of dead, so I might as well overcommit a little bit. Let me also Tornado here, pulling everything into the poison for just a little bit of time. That was a decent push, because like the Queen is almost dead here. I think I'll take that pretty happily. He does actually go in for the ability. I know this is over aggressive, guys, but I have to go in for my Knight here, as well as my Graveyard, because I need damage. I'm not going to win unless I get damage. We do actually make him go for a poison there, which is pretty nice. That was not bad at all. Let's get an Ice Mage down, slow down that Mega Knight so we could get this down here, and then we just go for a cannon on defense. No, he zapped! Oh, that's so bad. Kill that Ramrodder. Oh, it's not going to die. I'm going to have to pull this away. Let me just go for an Ice Mage. Come on, why is that not distracting? Oh, we lost. Dang it, dude. I'm just going to go in here, guys. We have to. Okay, this is our one chance. I could Tornado if he goes for a gang or something, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to poison. Baby Dragon does reach the tower for a little bit of damage, but it's honestly just not enough. Dang it, dude. I don't even feel like the Tornado is really messing us up here, though. It's just the fact that, I don't know, he just has the poison, which is so annoying for me right now. He actually forgot to pop his Queen ability, I think. Come on, kill that. Okay, we do kill that. We get this down as well. Ice Wizard is not distracting for anything right now. Man, come on, dude. Get a Graveyard. Bro, get on my Evo Knight, please. Wait, guys, hold up. Could he choked? Did he choke? I think he choked. Nice! I cannot believe he choked there. I would say the Tornado nerf affects Splashyard maybe a 3 out of 5. Guys, for the final Tornado deck, we have Electro Giant. This might be the most interesting one of today because Electro Giant is really the one deck in Clash Royale that you just cannot run without the Tornado. Pretty much all the other decks, like for example Graveyard or, you know, Hog Rider, you can always run it with a different variation like Hog Earthquake instead of Hog Executioner, or just a Giant Graveyard deck instead of Splashyard, but with this Electro Giant type of deck, you just have to run Tornado, and with any Electro Giant deck, you have to run Tornado. Wow, the Firecracker doesn't even die there. What? Guys, a Zap and a Tornado apparently doesn't kill Firecracker now. That always died before, I'm pretty sure. Dang, that's a Tornado nerf effect right there. It allowed his Firecracker to just shred my push. This actually might be a Recruits deck. Yeah, it is Recruits. Okay. Well, at least we do have the Bowler here, guys, but at the same time, Bowler can only block one lane at a time, so I don't know how the double lane pressure is gonna go for us here. It might be kind of hard to defend. And also, sometimes in this type of matchup, you have to counter their swarms using a Tornado, but it's definitely not gonna do as good of a job right now. Wait, he has Bush? I do not know why this guy has Bush and Wall Breakers. That is a very weird deck right here by this guy. I might have to actually go for my Phoenix on the Mighty Miner, even though it's not really a good play. I don't know if I have too much of an other play to make. Dude, I don't know what to do here, guys. Literally whatever I do, he's going to counter it easily. I had nothing to do there, honestly. I could have overcommitted with the Tornado, but I feel like that wouldn't have been really the smart choice to make. Alright, he does get the Evo Recruits going in the back, guys, but yeah, we do have our Bowler, and once we hit double Elixir, I think stuff might go a lot better for us. At least I'm sure hoping so. Wait, please tell me the Tornado's going to do enough damage to kill a Bush, guys. Tell me it does. Should I test it right now? You know, I'll test it. Does it do enough? Okay, at least it could kill a darn Bush still. If it couldn't kill a Bush, that would have been insane. Because Bush has, like, no HP. Oh, I cannot kill those Wall Breakers. Dang it, man. This guy's deck is so annoying. Like, the E-Giant itself should be pretty nice here, but these darn Firecrackers are so dumb. Bro, the Dark Goblin 2, he actually misplaced it, though. Oh, please. Please let me get my lightning off here. Please. We do hit both of them. That's going to be a little bit of tower damage, guys, but man, we're really falling behind right now. I feel like this matchup should be pretty good for us, too. Not going to lie, but I just let those Wall Breakers get way too much damage, and I didn't really defend as well as I could have, I feel like. I'm going to have to NATO here. I kind of want to save my Evo Cannon for offense, to be fair. Oh, I have to go for it here. Nice, we hit the Dark Goblin, too. Man, these Recruits players will sometimes just, like, spam the most random things ever and just expect it to always work out. But it's so satisfying once your Evo Cannon can just kill everything. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for kind of an aggressive Lightning here, just because I feel like I can get away with it. So yeah, no reason not to, I would say. He is probably going to absolutely harass me with this Dark Goblin. Yeah, I knew he'd probably get a Dark Goblin going. Man, that Bush got so much damage, actually. A little bit more than I would have liked, but we are slowly kind of starting to come back right now, guys, and I feel like we could put ourselves in a pretty good spot. The Bowler is actually lining up on the tower somehow. That is pretty nice. He does have a Fireball. I didn't even realize he would have that. Oh no, these darn Recruits, man. His whole deck is so annoying. It's literally just, how much can I annoy my opponent, is what this guy's deck is. Bro, it's so annoying. Just kill something, gosh dang it. I can't even E-Giant for once in my life because he always has a darn Firecracker down. Please, man, please. I'm literally just gonna Lightning this, guys. I have to. Let's pull this off. Come on! E-Giant, please! I know I hard counter here, but I'm just so happy to get that win. I would say the Tornado nerf affects E-Giant maybe a 2 out of 5.